it do? It's your girl coming through with another video. Hello, if you're new here, my name is Haze and welcome to my channel. Now, I am very excited for this video. If you do not know, I own a cosmetics brand in world called Lurlux Cosmetics. Links are in the description if you want to go check that out. And this is a very exciting time for my brand because for the first time ever, my brand will be participating in not just one, but 2 events. So I started my brand end of 2019, like around September, October, and the reason it took me over a year to participate in events is because I wanted to be a part of an event with more than just cosmetics. I knew I wanted to offer something else to make myself stand out just a little bit more, so I really wanted to learn mesh. So I downloaded Blender and I started to learn how to mesh objects. And there was a lot of trial and error. It took me a year. It didn't take me a year to learn how to make things. It took me a year because there was just so many things that kept, little things that kept going wrong that I had to like start over again. And it took me like 3 days to actually learn how to make what I wanted to make. But like I said, there was just little things just kept arising that I had to learn and trial and fail and succeed and all of that. So it took so long, but I have finally finished making my mesh projects, my very first ones. They're not perfect, but I am super proud of them and I hope you will enjoy them. And this video is going to take you along with me. Well, I'm going to talk through the journey of setting up for an event, from applying all the way till when the event opens. And I know this is something I would have loved to see from other designers, because especially if you're thinking of starting a business, you want to know what you're getting into. So I love this kind of videos. I hope more designers do these kind of videos where they take you in like behind the scenes. I love behind the scenes videos. So I hope you will enjoy this video. Let's get started. So the first thing I had to do was to search on Flickr and Instagram for posts that were advertising applications for designers. And what I found out in this process was that a lot of the big name events such as Level and Equal 10, they are invite only, which I think is not a good thing because it doesn't allow new and upcoming designers to participate. I really feel like they need to dedicate maybe like 5 to 7 slots for new designers. So it's always rotating. There's always something new, a new designer that you're giving a chance to, to kind of, shine light on them, you use your platform for something bigger than you, use your platform to help the younger. Anyways, that's just what I think. So I couldn't apply for a lot of them because you have to have connections. You have to know someone that knows someone that can get you in. That's how it kind of works. It's all about who you know. It's not really about your talent when it comes to this type of things. It's very business oriented. So I couldn't apply for a lot of them. The ones that I applied for was the Dubai event, the Grind event. I also sent a note card to the owner of Level event. And I think I applied for another one, but I can't remember at the top of my head. But I never got a reply to the Level event, which I'm not surprised about. But what I was surprised about is that I was accepted to the other 2 events that I applied for, which is the Dubai event and the Grand event. Like I was just only thinking, I just want to get into 1, and I got into 2. So, oh my gosh, okay. So it took just over a week also to get the acceptance message and note card that had all the information I needed to participate in the event. And I was also invited into the designer and blogger groups, which allowed me to enter the event early to set up. So the note card that I received for the Dubai event, let me show you that. Okay, so this is the note card I got when I was accepted to the design, when I got accepted. So it's just all the rules that kind of I already knew about that was in the application form that I filled out. So it's just going through that. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. You can pause the video and read it if you want to read it, if it can help you out. So this is what I got for the Dubai event, and the note card I got for the grand event. Let me show you that. And this is the note card I got for the grand event. Now, like I said, you can pause the video and read it if you want to know exactly what it says. So yes, that's how it all got started. So before I even applied to any events, I already had my booth set up. Like, I was on it like Sonic. Like, I already had my booth set up. I already know how it was gonna look like. But it took a while for me to kind of find out how I wanted it to look like. The first thing that I did was to go buy the event booth from TR. They are amazing, and they are amazing and have amazing booths to choose from. I highly suggest them if you're on the lookout for professional looking booths. Once I found a booth I wanted, it was time to set up. I knew I wanted it to be clean and professional looking, while also being eye-catching, and I played around with plants. I loved how that looked, but I only had a certain amount of prims that I had to stay within, and each event is different. The grand event, the prim allowance is 100, I think, and the Dubai event, the prim allowance was only 40. So yeah, so I couldn't explore too much. I couldn't do something extravagant because of the limitations I had. But at the end, I really loved how it turned out. I really feel like it represented my brand. I feel like it was eye-catching from afar, and I hoped it will draw in customers. So that's all the things you need to think about when you're designing a booth for yourself. Make it look clean and professional and eye-catching. So when the time came to set up my booth at the Dubai event, for the Dubai event, because every event is different, the location of your booth was pre-selected for you, and you had to pay the green box before setting up. Everyone's booth fee is different. Dubai is, I think, 3,000? Yeah, I think it was 3,000. The grand event is 3,500, but I mean, you make that back, so it's not that big of a deal. So you pay the green box before setting up. I had so like I said, I already built my booth, and all I did was select everything and right click and took it into my inventory. So it's like a loose linked object. It wasn't fully linked. So all I had to do was just drag it out of my inventory and position it in place. It was super easy. That's how I recommend you guys to do it. Really, you have to think ahead of time. So it was very easy. I was talking like less than 5 minutes to kind of position it in place, and that was it. I was done setting up for the event. So yeah, for the grand event, it's slightly different. I had to go to a separate location to pay one of the rental boxes that they had. And after you pay for your rental boxes, then you can TP to the actual event and you can choose which booth you want. So you can choose the location of your booth, and it's first come, first serve. And so you really want to get the best place. You want to get the place where it has high walking traffic. So I really like the location of mine. I feel like it's like a nice location. I feel like it has high traffic and all of that. So after I got there, I just kind of put down my logo just to save it so no one else takes my spot, and I left it there. And then when I was ready, I came back with my loose linked booth already set up in my inventory. Again, all I had to do was just drag it out and position it in place. What I would say is that what made it easier is that in the Dubai event, they give you a folder that had the note card, but they also give you a sample of the booth size. So I knew exactly the size of the booth, which made it easier. But the grand event doesn't have something like that. So what I had to do was that before I was started to design my booth, I had to kind of use my avatar to kind of like measure. So I kind of like measured how tall my avatar was compared to the booth height, and then I walked from one end to the other end of the width. So I had a rough estimate, so I used that, and it was kind of accurate. It wasn't that way off. So it was very easy doing it this way. It took me like less than 5 minutes as well to set up, and I was done. Now, because I use Casper Event, that's another thing I had to learn, was that I had to use a event, like the event version of their scripts, and they recommend that you have to set up when it's not laggy, when the event is not laggy. So don't be a late designer if you're using Casper Event, because you need the sim to not be laggy for it to work smoothly when you need it to. So yeah, and that's basically the whole journey of being accepted and setting up. And I was just super excited. I kept visiting each place every single day just to see everyone's booths and how it was changing, and I was just super excited. So this is my very first event. I was so excited. The Dubai event opens today at 12 SL time, so get your TP cameras ready. I have a really good spot in the Dubai event. Like, I'm literally like the first booth if you go to your left. So I'm the very first one. So I hope you like it. I was so excited. So yeah, the link to the Dubai event and the grand event will be in the description below. The grand event starts on the 26th of this month, so you have time for that, but the Dubai event opens today. I hope to see you there, because you know I'm going to be there. I'm going to be too excited to not. So that's it for this video. I hope you like it. If you like these type of videos where I take you like the behind the scenes of being a designer in SL, let me know. And yeah, that's all I have for today. I'm super excited. So until next time, stay safe and have a amazing day. Bye. Bye.